Hi and welcome to part 4 of episode 13, where John has tasted 3 Savignons, 1 from his own shop and 2 from some supermarkets. The new idea was John was to try and identify his own wine amongst that, but also to give comment on the other 2 wines in terms of what he thought of it. The question is, did he get it right? Of course he got it right.
We're touch and go, but no.
So the wines that we compare, I'll let you explain. You obviously know this one.
Well, yeah, the wine that we picked from the shop was our De Gras, which is it's a Chilean Sauvignon. But if you've watched some of my episodes before, our episodes before, I've always championed the kind of Chilean Sauvignons, or Chilean wines in general. I think they're just fabulous. Value for money, you can't really go far wrong. Obviously, this is something that we have, we've gone out and sourced and hand-picked it as such, because we were talking about the kind of, the value for money. What would you spend on these Sauvignons? And what we've tasted there, I wasn't thinking it was up to the kind of £10 mark or something that I would pay that amount of money for. Whereas this one, every day of the week, I pay that money.
Okay, and in fact, so that was the 3rd one we tasted, so in part 3 of the episode. Part 1 of the episode, probably we should talk about, was a New Zealand, which was Sauvignon Blanc from Glenridge Point was the wine. And I think you thought it was okay, but you just didn't think that it was the after.
Yeah, I thought it was okay. I mean, it had that stereotypical, or what I would expect from the Sauvignon, which was that cut green grass and the nettles, as I mentioned, and it kind of did have that kind of a sharpness which I expect from a Sauvignon. But where it lacked for me was that kind of aftertaste. There was nothing really for carrying on there, no real length. But I mean, I was what I describe as a good all rounder, but nothing to write home about, especially for £10. I personally wouldn't spend £10 on that. Okay.
And the second, in part 2, we had another Sauvignon, and this one was from Chile.
Yeah. I mean, that one really quite surprised me, because it didn't have. I didn't think it was. Well, when I first smelled it, I wouldn't have recognised it as a Sauvignon, because it was a lot more flowery, and even described it as having a kind of a touch of honeyed sweetness in there, which just is not a Sauvignon at all.
Well, it's supposed to be, by looking at it, it says Seaside Isla Negra. I guess it's obviously it's on the coast. I guess the vineyard. Whether that has an effect, I don't know, but
quite possibly. I mean, I almost assumed that this would have come from a kind of warmer climate as well, because that would the flavour would suggest that, what with that kind of more kind of peachiness about, which again is just not not a lot of Sauvignon has.
Well, it says it's a seaside village, so I guess
Okay.
So, well done, John. Well done, congratulations.
Thank you very much, John. Thank you. I did. I was a bit dubious about it, because you never know. But I am, it's almost a cheat, because I do know majority of the wines in the shop. We do go out and source them. There's very few that come in where we haven't tasted them before they do come in. And then of course we have reputable reps as such who come in. They would recommend things for us. So anyway, I'm quite pleased with that.
Yeah.
I'm going to carry on drinking mine.
Excellent. Well, we'll wait until you see that. Any ideas about what you want us to do? We've got some ideas about sort of the next phase of our wine tasting, but in the meantime, please drop in any emails of any ideas that you may have, and we'll see you in episode number 14. Until then, cheers.
Chin chin.
Voila.
Et voilà.